You think I'd leave your side, baby? You know me better than I. You think I'd leave you down when you're down on your knees? I wouldn't do that. I'll tell you you're right when you're wrong. Oh, 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 oh. And if only you could see into me. Oh, when you're cold, I'll be there, hold you tight to me. When you're on the outside, baby, and you can't get in, I will show you you're so much better than you know. When you're lost, when you're alone, when you can't get back again, I will show you, darling, and I'll bring you home. And if you want to cry, I am here to dry your eyes. And in no time, you'll be fine. You think I'll leave your side, baby? You know me better than that. Think I'll leave you down when you're down on your knees. I wouldn't do that. I'll tell you you're right when you're wrong. Oh, 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 oh. And if only you could see into me. Okay. Welcome back. I am at an Airbnb. I'm in Santa Monica. Went to the pier today and touched the ocean. And I was like, when am I going to have time to get with my Butterfly Nation Masters of Transformation? And the time is now, my lovelies. It's your turn. It's your turn in my life today. So thank you, Lesser God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, for these divine truths being channeled through me freely, easily, and lovingly, for the highest, lightest, and brightest overall outcome for my beloved brothers and sisters of humanity. And we thank you that all those who are attracted to watch this are those who are to be watching this because they are ready to receive the messages in this energy for their highest, latest, and brightest good, for their overall love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness. Praise. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. In love, we have magician. You're a magician of love. You're a love magician. For peace, ask. Ask what you need for peace. For happiness, we have reflection. We know that our happiness brings a reflection of happiness. And when we are out of happiness, then that's what we get back. So we've been working on what we're dispatching. So dispatch, magician, ask for that reflection. Dispatch your word, dispatch your energy, dispatch your behaviors, and expect the reflection back. But ask, dispatch your angels, your ancestors, your guides, and ask for that which you would like to see reflected back to you. As a matter of fact, you can even ask to be the perfect reflection of that which you would like to see. What a perfect way. Thank you, listeners, God, that I am now aligned with everything I ever wanted to do, be, and see and experience in this life. Thank you, listeners, God, that I'm aligned with love. Thank you, listeners, God, that I'm aligned with peace. Thank you, listeners, God, that I am aligned with happiness. And anything that doesn't allow that, would you like to uncreate and destroy right now? Yes, yes? Whew, yeah. Praise. Okay. A little bit of energy work here for us. We have the magic magician panda coming out, and he's blue. He's different shades of blue. Again, giving us that dispatching energy, speaking it out, calling it out the way we'd like to bring it about. The bottom of the deck is the bat. The bat has been up a lot lately. Swing, bada, 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 swing. You gotta swing. You gotta take a chance. You gotta hit that ball. Swing that bat and hit that ball. You know, if you hit the ball, you know it's gonna get hit. But you don't, maybe you don't know if you're gonna hit it out of the park, is what I hear. You don't know if you're gonna hit it out of the park. You don't know if you're gonna hit it over the left field. You don't know if you're gonna be able to hit it and make a run all the way to third or make it all the way home. You don't know if you're gonna hit it and hit a foul ball. But I'll tell you what you do know is that if you don't swing the bat, you ain't going to hit for shit. So you got to at least swing the bat. You got to take the tempt. And then the crispy colonel comes through with his over 1,000 requests, you know, and this is just hearsay, where he asks for investors or something of that nature to invest in his Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe. And because of his persistence and continued asking, he finally received what he wanted. And there are many other experiences like this, but this is the one that's channeling through today. So today there's a new perspective with the hangman. There's a new perspective available today. There's been a shift in our viewpoint because what we thought was dead, with the death card at the bottom of the deck, beginning to have another viewpoint. Seeing the other facet, seeing the other side. Is it that we're seeing how we were the magic in it after all? Let's see how you're showing up today. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. And I hear this is you. You're moving forward with your cup full of love. Knowing that if you come forward with your cup full of love, that regardless of the form it takes, it's love that's going to be reflected back to you. And sometimes that love is not as primed as you. And so sometimes the love being reflected back to you is love and resistance. But because you're coming forward in your cup of love, it's okay because you're holding yourself in a vibration to where even if this one can't perform because they're in resistance, it's still going to come in. So it's interesting. It's like, keep doing what you're doing. It's okay for you to love, even if they don't love you. Because the love is going to come through from somewhere, some way. That's the guarantee that you have here today. Because it's going to have to reflect that what you're putting out. This is a law of the universe that says what you put out is what you get back. And so if you're putting out this love or if you're putting out this lack, that's exactly what you're going to get back. And if you're giving the love to someone or something that can't give it back to you, does that make it wrong of you for loving? Well, no, is what we hear. No, my dear. As a matter of fact, it makes it even much more applaud worthy that you loved, even though they could not love you. Does that mean that you have to sit there and put yourself through torture and pain? No. But if you continue to love the same, that love must eventually reflect itself back to you. Okay. But again, many of you are so determined to decide that this is where it must come from. This is how it must come in. And so you're missing it on every other side sometimes. So what's the challenge it's crossing is the High Priestess. And I hear there's a secret. There's some sacred. And this secret could just be somebody, I'm hearing not talking, somebody that's not talking about what they really feel. Somebody's not really talking about what they really know. Somebody's holding back. What's below you? You have the 8 of Swords. And I feel like this is somebody around you who's feeling stuck. And this could exactly be what they're not talking about. feeling stuck. They feel stuck. Let's see what's in the past. The 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like the person, what you're dealing with is somebody who is feeling stuck because the things that they were working on, they felt like it failed. They felt like it didn't work. Okay. Meanwhile, here you are staying focused on the divine connection and being told that, hey, if you keep taking care of yourself, doing the work, tending your own garden, that's going to work for you. So let's see what's unfolding. The Knight of Swords comes in. And so where somebody's been holding back from talking about what's really been on their mind, all of a sudden they unleash, and here comes a flood of the emotion, the explanation of what they've been thinking, what they've been really going through is going to come through to you. Likewise, as well, this is change coming in for you. This is big change coming in for you. Let's see what Source says. The Death card is in reverse. And what did I say? You thought it was dead, but it's not dead. Now you have another perspective. You see on the other side. What you thought was dead is not dead. It's still alive. It's still there. So your approach is the Strength card in reverse. And this is asking you to go ahead and display a little bit of vulnerability. Don't be so controlling. In other words, not in the physical. Your power is in the spiritual aspect. Your most rewarding place of power and place of action is in your spiritual aspects with this High Priestess. Speak to their spirit, not to the physical ears, because the physical ears are not ready to hear. Okay? So stop trying to control the physical. Stop trying to speak to the physical ears so much. Speak more to the soul. Now somebody says, how do I do that, Melinda? What are you talking about? I know what you mean. Well, this is it. It's very simple. You know how you think a thought? That's spiritual conversation. Thoughts are spiritual conversation. So you think the thought to the person. Now, what kind of thoughts do you want to think to this person? We want them to be these kinds of thoughts. These Knights of Cups thoughts. Loving conversation. So let's say you're dealing with somebody who's only telling you part of things, you know, in front of you. Somebody who's afraid to tell you their truth. Somebody who's emotionally distraught. Somebody who's angry. So then you would speak to them the real way you feel about them. Or if you need them to evacuate or whatever you need them to do, you can speak those things to them too. But really, I feel like what's being asked of you at this time is to express love to this person. Because just because this person is incapable of expressing themselves in a mature way, with this Knight of Swords, they can be very immature in their method of communication. It doesn't mean that you don't still have love for this person. It doesn't mean that you don't still wish the best for them. You can speak these things to their soul. Maybe you know exactly how to apply behavior or action to get a better outcome for this person. Maybe you know, in other words, exactly what the answer is to whatever's bothering them, right? But their ears will not hear. So you speak it to their soul. Practice it. Before you know it, they'll be telling you what you said to them spiritually. It really does work. But you're going to have to try it yourself to see. How are they looking at you? The 9 of Pentacles in reverse. They don't want you to be single anymore because you're just all that, the cup of the cake and the tea. If it's not that, they say you're overly independent. Somebody could be very low vibrational and yelling at you. Yeah, well, you're just too damn independent. How am I supposed to be a part of your life? Because you don't need nobody. They could be talking mess like that. Somebody could be saying that. Somebody else could be saying, well, you're greedy. You don't want to help me. You don't want to do for me. You don't want to pay for me. Somebody else could be saying that if they're in a low vibration. Somebody else could be saying, well, you know what? You need to just be by yourself. And if they're saying that, I hear you saying, hell yeah, I do. Bye. You know. Let's look at your innermost emotions. You have the Knight of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. And this says, you realize that regardless of the external behaviors, you still feel the same. Your feelings have not changed. And you can't just leave this situation alone. And some of you, this is definitely a challenge because with them not communicating to you effectively what they've got going on inside, like it makes it hard for you to continue to sustain yourself in this energy sometimes when you feel like you're being, and somebody isn't upfront with their really what's going on within them, it makes you begin to feel like there's something deceptive going on. And because you've had that happen enough before, you're sure that that's what's going on. And so now your mind begins to play with that, right? And anything to cause separation and more chaos is what the ego is going to drive you to do. And it's going to do that by mental explanation. So here we have it where inside you're like, okay, well, the feelings haven't changed, but they haven't changed either. So it's like I still have the feelings, but things haven't necessarily grown. It's kind of like things are at a bit of a halt. It's at a standstill right now. So let's see what's the outcome here. We have, wow. So today we have 2 cards in our spread that are matched to both of the major arcanas that came out for the day. So what's the outcome is this different perspective. So let's go ahead and look a little bit deeper. We're going to continue to pull off the top. Tell me why this High Priestess is here in the center. We have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse with the 4 of Wands in reverse. This is somebody is feeling overwhelmed because there are things that they want to do, but they feel like they just don't have enough to do what they want to do more. Ace of Wands in reverse and the 4 of Cups in reverse. Yes, somebody would like to start, somebody wants to make an offer, make an opportunity, and the secret is they feel like they don't know how to make it happen. They don't know how to make this thing happen. It's interesting, though, because with all of these cards as clarifiers coming up in the reverse position, what I'm being shown is this is all a spiritual standstill. It's like God put a roadblock, and it's like, oh, your physical vessel will go no further until you allow your spirit to catch up to where you... No, until your physical vessel catches up to your spirit, and that is not a physical motion. Thank you for clarifying that. All right, so let's see what's going on with the 8 of Swords below. We have the 8 of Pentacles in the upright coming out with the 9 of Wands. So the 8 of Swords is somebody who's sitting there saying, you know what? I've gone round and round this enough times. I should have figured this out by now. And somebody else is saying, I know I'm just about done with clearing this karmic cycle. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse with the 10 of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who is letting go of an emotional burden. Letting go of emotional burden. So somebody here has been beginning to realize where holding on to these emotional burdens have continued to cause a repetitive cycle in their life that they're just done with, don't want to deal with, don't want to see it, don't want to hear it, don't want to be a part of it any longer. Why is the 7 of Pentacles here? We have the Page of Swords and the Empress. So somebody was trying to, like, they were investing in a situation, expecting it to grow and looking at, hey, I'm going to get the rewards from this work that I'm doing. And in those rewards comes the love, it comes the money, it comes everything. There's also a standoff here. There is a standoff here from somebody who is not speaking their mind and somebody else who is flooding the situation with love, which really goes to where we started off with this. Now, the next 2 clarifiers we have are the 6 of Swords and the Ace of Cups. And so it's like, no matter what, I'm moving forward towards love. I am moving forward towards love. My heart is calling me in this direction. I don't care what it looks like. I'm moving forward towards love. We also have somebody here who is getting away from the drama that they have held. They felt like they had to be very defensive towards another person. A feminine energy in their life could possibly be a mother or a woman who is very well put together, has everything together, right? One of the two. And they're letting go of that. I'm hearing the word skittishness, shyness, right? Skittishness, but shyness or holding back energy, and they're moving forward into the love. This is what has been going on. So why is the Knight of Swords here? Is the unfolding energy. We have the Ace of Pentacles coming out with the Sun card. Okay, so look, the Knight of Swords will cut through some confusion it begins to slice through. I mean, the Queen of Swords really gets to the end of it all, but the Knight of Swords is the one that moves forward through the negativity, through the deceits, through the lies. The Knight of Swords is about making change happen because the ideas are aligned with the new way. And so what I see here with this Ace of Pentacles and the Sun is like, yeah, I know that I get the chance of at a happy, fresh start. Like Ace of Pentacles and Sun, this is awesome. Like, so if you're resonant with this in your career, this is like, this new career is about to make you really happy, and it's coming in fast. Because that's the other key word for me with the Knight of Swords is fast. Things happening really fast, right? What else do we have? We have the Devil card coming out with the Justice in reverse. Wow. So here we go. So while you're moving forward toward your goals, there's this other person here who's still feeling stuck in the place where they're at and feeling like it's not fair. It's not fair. How are you getting everything? And it's not fair for me. You get your day in the sun. You get your Ace of Pentacles. And here I am stuck with my same old devil. And it's just not fair. I feel like this is part of the confusion you have to deal with, is that somebody has got some jealousy because, hey, you did the work, you reap the rewards, right? But then this other person, they want the rewards, but they're not willing to do the work. And so they're watching while you're shining, shining, shining. And they're saying, this is not fair. So why is source advice, or what source wants us to know, the devil, the death card in reverse? The death card is in reverse. Clarifying that, we have the Chariot and the Nine of Swords. So this is somebody who wants to move forward, but is stuck on how to do it. There's somebody here who is up in their head and they're, okay, I'm going to say it. There is somebody with the zodiac sign, sun sign of Cancer, who is up in their bed, and they are in this energy of not wanting to let go. This person does not want to let go. So let's see more. We have the Ten of Swords and the Three of Wands. Three of Wands. They feel like there's no more. What else good can come from this? I mean, the Three of Wands is a great card of expectation, right? But it's topped by the Nine of Swords, and on its side we have the Ten of Swords. So we're dealing with a person here, and God wants you to know, like, it's not over because this person does not want to let go. They can't continue to want to push their agenda. Okay. Now, for you, as it applies, I feel like those other three cards here are like these three ships, and it's like, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So let them do and feel however they want to do and feel. Because with you sitting in this Ace of Pentacles and Sun energy that's unfolding for you, that you've been developing, it says that no matter what they do, like, this is a secret recipe that's going to transform and transmute all that hate, envy, jealousy, all this. It's not fair. Why you got what I wanted? I wanted that. It's not fair. You got it and I wanted it. Energy into positive blessings on your behalf. It's looking like some money rain. It's looking like love rain. It's looking like good time sunshine. That's what I see. So at the bottom of the deck, we had the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles upright is showing up to say we're holding on, right? But today it came out in reverse. And so this is giving me very strongly the energy of letting go. So this is where you've let go of trying to hold on to something, trying to believe in somebody else more than yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you realize by putting more attention into them and what they're doing, like you were using your magic externally from yourself. So I thought you began to really like focus inwardly and realize like I just gotta let go of whatever expectations or hopes I had surrounding that person, because they gonna do what they gonna do. That ain't really got nothing to do with what I'm gonna do. And so I needed to do what I'm gonna do and let that work out. And what do you know? That was a secret magic recipe. They don't gotta be feeling good just because you're feeling good. That's not your job. It's not to make them feel good. It's not your job to go out there and fuck them up, neither. Like, that's the truth. You're not supposed to go out there and mess people up. That's why we're talking about love and peace and happiness. We ain't out here trying to cause nobody no mess. However, Our job is to focus on our own love, peace, and happiness. And hey, if you want to be a part of that, let's play. If not, well, sit there and sue if you'd like to. Another thing that came through to me today that Source wants me to channel through to you right now too is, y'all remember that video, Something on Your Mind, that I did in the car, what, about a week ago? And I was talking about vibration and your baseline. And there's another video too called Where's Your Baseline, right? And so it's like, because your baseline is so high that even if you go into a lower vibration, you're still fucking high vibrational. So what God was showing to me today is like, don't get on yourself so much if you get a little bit upset, get a little bit emotional, for a moment you stoop into a lower vibration. It really don't matter because your baseline is so high that you're so sensitive. So when you stoop barely down to here, you'll be feeling like you barely move. You see, barely move. You see that? Barely move. A little bit, it makes you feel downright awful. But guess what? You still higher than their highest high because they stay down here and here. You know what I'm saying? And what they're showing me as I'm doing this and I'm looking at it on the camera, what they're showing me is the chakras, baby. You live in the upper chakras, so that helps keep your higher vibrational. They're always in the lower chakras. That helps keep them lower vibrational. So it's not your job to correct their alignment. It's not your job to correct anything but yourself. And that's why we get on this channel and we keep it real and we show you who we are. We tell you our stories, whether they're glamorous or fucking embarrassing. And we speak natural and we don't cut and we don't edit and we don't dissect these videos. We give it to you raw and real. This is the real deal, Holyfield. This is who I am. This is who I be. This is what I learned. This is what's helped me. So if it helps you too, put it in the comments. Let me know. All right. So with all that being said and done, let me just give one check because it would actually be perfect. Yes. With all that said and done, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at lphtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. Latest.